is an obvious double standard when it comes to men and women who sleep around a lot. There's that double standard of it's alright if a guy does it and it's not alright if a girl does it. And it's making out that it's a really negative thing if a woman does it and a really positive thing if a guy does it.
That is the way it is. I'm not for 1 second saying it's right. I'm not for 1 second saying it's fair. That is the way it is. The whole point of it's not okay when a woman sleeps around, that's because it's seen to be a really fantastic thing when a man gets to sleep with a woman. Now, if what we're saying is it's not a fantastic thing and it's just meh, then it wouldn't be such a bad thing if a woman, when a woman does that. If it's not such a great thing and it's just meh, then if a woman should be able to sleep with as many guys as she wants, that's fine. But that does that dignify the perception of a woman or not? Maybe that's something we need to ask the question about. It goes back to, chicken or egg. Is that something that is that the ideology that we pump into women or not? Let's just say from the outset that a lot of guys means whatever a lot of guys mean. So it might mean 20, it might mean 80, it might mean whatever. A lot of guys is a lot of guys. And a lot of the times when women are getting judged on their conduct privately and stuff like this, it's not men doing it. It's other women judging other women. Men aren't as quick to banter about words like slut and sket and degrading words like that. Women use that type of language. Let's be honest. Women are the judgmental ones, right?
You could say that. I can't possibly comment.
Well.
I'm gonna. No. I think I do agree with you. I think.
It doesn't matter. Whoever you're trying to avoid saying that, they'll see the video.
I know.
But men will not likely be the ones judged. Because men either will not care if the woman's a hoe, or they'll find that out before they sleep with her, and will sleep with her anyway probably. So
or they'll think, brilliant, I'm in with the shop.
Exactly. Usually a man is just happy enough if he sleeps with a woman. It doesn't even really matter what the woman looks like. He's just happy. He doesn't care. Women. What I'm saying is that who holds these women to account? Is it men or is it women? Really, it's women. My issue is when not so much a woman is sleeping with a lot of people, but when she hides it. I think you should live your truth. It should be, look, I'm going to do what I feel like. I'm going to do what's right for me. I'm going to do what I think will make me happy. Fine, I can respect that. But if you're telling me that you are sleeping with, say, 50 guys, then you hide that. That doesn't tell me what I should think of you. That tells me what you think of what you're doing, and yet you're doing it anyway because you think you're having to hide it. You're not hiding it because you want to be discreet about your personal life. This is going past discretion. She's not just minding her own business and being discreet. She's hiding what she's doing and who she's doing it with to avoid judgment. It's hard because we're already getting into this, and yet one could already argue right at this point, why should the woman have to hide anything? Why should she feel that she needs to hide anything? But the answer is, that's the way it is. We're not saying that this is right. This is the way it is, and this is the way it's probably going to be for at least the next couple of 100 years, if not until the end of time. So with that said, why should the woman have to hide what she's doing? My answer is, she shouldn't. But if she's put herself over time in a position where she's having to hide things, forget the right and wrong of having to, but if she's having to do that from other women or whomever, why is she conducting herself in a way where she has to do that? Oh, what? Because because she feels it's within her rights to do it? It is. But all I'm saying is, if what you're doing is going to affect people's perception of you negatively, you've got to take that with what you choose to do.
You have the choice,
man or woman. This is where the judgment comes from. The judgment comes from the fact that women usually don't just want to sleep with any guy, and any woman who does do that goes against the grain, and they are perceived badly or differently because not only does it bring a question mark on themselves, it brings a question mark on how other women judge other women. Women don't just want to sleep with any old guy. That's not how women work. Men are the opposite. That's what it is. So when you've got a woman who is doing her thing, other women are the ones who judge. Men, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying men don't have an opinion, but they don't judge in the same way women judge. Women are judgmental. They judge other women on their clothes. They judge other women on everything. Who
Yeah.
their boyfriends are, what their boyfriends look like, who they choose to sleep with, how many guys they choose to sleep with, what they wear out, the colours of what they're wearing. Everything that you could possibly make a judgment about, women judge other women on for some reason. Men aren't like that. Not to the same degree. That's where it all comes from. So, I just think you have to live your truth. If you're going to live a certain way, live it. Don't hide it. You can't then be accused of being shady or living a lie. If you want to be an undercover hoe, not that you want to really be termed that, do your thing. Live your life. Live your truth. If you're really not ashamed of of how you're behaving or how you're living your life, why would you need to hide it? That's the question I would ask. Not just of women, but of anyone living any sort of lifestyle.
Yeah. You're repeatedly doing whatever it is because it's what you do.
Mm.
And you're having to hide that. Surely that is holding you back in your life because you're having to say, right, okay, I'm going to do this, but let me just check first.
This
that
is it. I've got to do this. I want to do this, but I'm having to do it undercover. That can't be self-actualizing or fulfilling.
No, of course not.
No. You could possibly get into the whole being in the closet thing when it comes to the gay community, but I think it's a little bit more complicated than that, probably because of the. I don't know actually. You could argue what's the difference between being in the closet and the social pressure from that and this debate.
But also, I think if with the gay thing, it was a lot more difficult. Now,
not so much.
Now, not so much. Yeah. Now it moved on a lot. Mm. But yeah, there's that social. That's the social pressure.
I still think you've got people. You got the outlook when it comes to how women are perceived and what is acceptable for them to do. I still think that's becoming more liberal. I think it's still it's
quite
moving
right.
in that direction, definitely.
Quite right.
But I don't think you're ever going to get round the whole, double standard there.
Yeah.